Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of my Shimazu campaign on legendary difficulty on Shogun 2 Total War. So we're just going to start where we left off. As I recall, we were able to successfully take out the Ito clan next door to us here and take care and wrap up of some specialty things like that Way of the Sword technology, so we got ourselves a free katana unit. I'll send him off to go meet up and we can prepare ourselves for the next assault deeper into Kyushu. So the main power that we will have to contend with is the Sagara clan, because now war is just broken out between themselves and the Otomo clan. Those are the two other dominant factions here on this island besides myself. So now that these two are fighting each other, it's a perfect opportunity to take advantage of the fighting. So what I'd like to do is I'll get together my daimyo's army, which will be the largest and most powerful, naturally because he's the daimyo, so he's allowed. And then on the other side, I want to get my son, who just came of age, and he's worthy since he wields better armor and better swords, and I want to have a simple army raised from amongst different parts of here of my small empire and conquer Bungo, so I can invade whichever provinces in one fell swoop and maybe defeat the Sagara instantly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep my son, what is his name by the way, Yoshihisa. I'm going to keep him in Satsuma for now, and I'm going to recruit a couple of Yari samurai and in Osumi a bow samurai. I'm just going to spread out the recruitment amongst different provinces, and I will be preparing just a really small Ashigaru army, even although my economy has taken a complete and utter nosedive. So I'm going to see if I can possibly get my hands at some point on the trading post and get myself an extra 1,000. Even although we did it prior, of course, since this is legendary, it only saves after every turn, but that's not important. We'll get back right on it. So we'll just be keeping that up. I've switched over to Way of the Bow because I want fire arrows for my Ashigaru units, and at some point other bow units that, can wield stuff like that. I have my ninja out in the field, so I'm going to have him do some extra scouting, and he can help us out with fending off our enemies. So the Otomo, they didn't really turn around and take their home province back. They're just languishing around, so they'll probably get attacked out in the field and wiped out. But I want to keep on upgrading my ninja, so I want to see if I can do any successful sabotaging. So we have a 59% chance here, but a 66% chance of assassinating, and I made this ninja an assassin ninja, so I'm going to go ahead and try and assassinate someone here. Nope, that's the daimyo, so I will assassinate this simple general here, and hopefully it will work. I think it will, but let's try. We've seen the movies, excellent. And not only that, we got, I didn't even know we had this, but now we have clandestine practices on even extra 10% on my ninja doing actions properly, which will level him up incredibly quickly, and we have 6 seasons for that. So I'll be wreaking havoc amongst my Sagara friends here, and well, not really my friends. I'm going to crush them, but I'm going to take care of them. So let's continue with some turn endings and preparing ourselves. So recently, basically today and yesterday, I've been browsing a few videos. I've been taking a look at what people have been up to. Ooh. Yes, get married. Excellent. And not only that, she's the best kind of wife. I'm going to take out, actually, a well-trained katana samurai unit and move him outside of the city here and have him prepared for my son, because my son will definitely need some men. Okay, well, basically our army is pretty much ready to go. I just need to pick up men along the way, and then we can launch our attack. Even though it's not the best army and it's not the most powerful army, it's as good as it gets now because our income is horrific. so I need to prepare to invade within the next turn or two. So now I'm going to move my ninja, and I'm going to continue with him doing sabotaging and assassination missions. So even although it's incredibly expensive, I want to level him up because he still gets 10%. So what I'm going to do is instead sabotage this. Oh, I can't sabotage, it's too important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just sabotage the army here, even though it's a bit more expensive. Gets it done. One more successful mission next turn, and we'll be able to get this one ranked up even further. I'll just keep it up because it's really important, and I'll just be moving my son in preparation for our onslaught into the island. While the Otomo seem to be incredibly weak, probably this army that tried to move off with the daimyo got jumped by this massive army. So, and we can take them. It's not a particularly good army. It's of course just the bow samurai that give me a little bit of an itch, but that's going to be okay. And then we can move on and take care of these guys. So they only have the stables. That's great. They haven't upgraded their castle or put a Yari dojo or anything. So let's continue. Let's just move on. I could upgrade my tax rate and have it, and then I'm probably, that might be the most prudent course of action at this moment in time, because just waiting every turn and getting 113 and maybe even less per turn, it'll be good to just get some cash and then just go back and forth between my tax rates. So I'll just be moving on, and I'll do that. I will just quickly pull out this archer unit. Yep, and I'll recruit one more Ashigaru unit. Actually, nope, I'm going to take that back because I want to take advantage of my ninja being able to do better out in the field. So, let me see. It might be better just to sabotage that lonely army out there. Or I can attempt to assassinate the sun and air, and even if I don't get away with it, no, I think I won't take any risks, and I'll just sabotage this army out here, and... Oh, I failed. That was stupid. Whatever, so it doesn't matter. At least he got more experience, just one more to go, and we'll be all set. 4 more turns, and we're in our home province till this guy is replenished. That's pretty bad, but there's nothing more we can do about it. Okay, let's just continue our turn ending here, and we'll make our way to begin our invasion of central Kyushu. And it will be quite important because, of course, here in Higo, we can get our hands on incredibly good cavalry, which is something that will be of immense use to us. While just Bungo, it's just all it's good for is just sea trade, and it's just good to upgrade it over time, and we can get more money off of it. So let me just continue to try and build up this ninja's experience. Boom, sabotaged and ranked up. Perfecto. So let us add into... I'll just make him a pure assassin, so we're going to add all to exotic weapons. So there, he's just a pure assassin expert. And so next turn it'll hopefully be a little cheaper and a little more viable to start assassinating, start picking people off. So right now... there is quite a small force here at Bungo, so I actually have a little bit of a... We'll have to be really smart when it comes to invading Bungo, because the Sagara are actually quite strong at this time. But we'll not do it. But right now what I'll do is I'm just going to up the taxes. I need cash right now. So even though it's only 793, it does its purpose, and it's only for a turn, so let's get going. So as I said, I've just been looking at some videos, a bunch of people playing some throughout a range of games, Di Bello Mundi, for Medieval 2, Europa Barbarorum for Rome Total War, all the different mods and things like that people were doing. So it's just, oh my god, we only get 3 in normal income, so we really need to start getting a move on, and I might have to push the invasion earlier than what my son is doing. But what I'll do with this ninja is sabotage this army one more time, so I can just conquer Bungo immediately, and then I can just hold the town. Excellent. So it's funny, he's just an assassinator and an assassin, duh, and all he does is sabotage things. So I'm just gonna add everyone here. Yeah. So we have ourselves a small army with a small core, but they're strong enough to hold the line for now, and then we will attack when our son is in position. So let us continue. It's not the most riveting of starts, it's just a lot of turn endings and saying what the strategy is, but it is quite important to have a battle plan in place before going in and picking a fight, especially with these guys, but only with these guys are not particularly strong or well prepared, really. I mean, they only have a lot of Ashigaru, and they're only bolstered a little bit by some like this bow samurai unit. It will be a problem, but it's only one of them. So what I'm going to keep doing is sabotaging this army and making sure it doesn't help. Alright then, so now what I'm going to do is move to the border, and we can prepare our assault next turn, and then yeah, after that we can be sure of, well, it's now that sabotage has failed, which really fucking sucks. That army is going to go into Bungo. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'll just siege it out and meet them on the field. I don't know what's going on there. So it seems of course the Aochi are maybe at war with the Sagara. I'm not sure, but oh, my ninja who is helping out my daimyo has ranked up, so I'm going to up his ability to move. Assassinating ninja will avoid detection. I'll give him some assassinating, but I'm going to give him the ability to increase line of sight, because I'll make him the type of spy to make my soldiers advance deep into enemy territory. So now the time has come to launch the attack. I do not believe I have enough money for any maneuver or anything to do with this. What I can try will be to... I won't sabotage anything here. I want to sabotage the castle gates, but now that this reinforcing army is moved in, I want to meet them out on the field because it'll be easier to defeat them, especially to get cavalry into them. So what I'm going to try and do is scout what's going on here. What I will do is I'll sabotage the castle gates here. Didn't work. Thank God he didn't die. Yep, so I don't have enough money to make him a good assassin, but now let's do this. Our army is not particularly strong though, that's the only problem, so I don't know if I can even meet these guys on the field and defeat them. So what needs to be done is somehow this army needs to be far away, and then I can launch an attack, but I'll invade Bungo first and continue the siege, and then I'll just wait a turn and see what this army does if they go and reinforce, and then I'll move the daimyo up to invade Higo. That might be the best course of action, so we can destroy the clan really quickly and hopefully not meet this there we go, my plan is sort of working, and then I'm going to meet these guys on the field. So let us have ourselves a battle. So basically Yoshihisa, my son here, has the incredible has incredible importance for this stage in the campaign. We need to be able to meet our foe and defeat this one here, and that way when we take the castle we can just hold it for a turn while the enemy, that large army, comes to meet us, and then I'll just quickly go and conquer Higo. So the army that army has no ability to meet us, because it's not the fact of their skill, it's the fact of strength in numbers, and they do have a lot of extra cavalry, which can prove to be an issue since it's light cavalry and it has good generally good general killing power. You know what I mean? It can kill generals better. So my plan is, for this battle, since they're coming to meet us, I will retreat here across these shallows and form up spear walls across it, and that way the enemy just smashes upon our spears and gets wiped out, while I will lead a cavalry charge through to break them. So I'll skip the speech, I don't need the speech. But what I will do, as I said, is I'll prepare my defensive maneuver to hold the shallows. So I'll move everyone I've got. Actually, I'll face in the opposite direction. Right, archers, let us go now. Right. I'll have them move post-haste. And then these two regiments will be in the back to help out. This katana unit, I will go and have them hide in this small forest. So while the enemy is just hurling themselves into the attack, I can be able to launch a huge strike from the woods, and that katana unit will excel in this thick fighting here. What I want to do, since this army will move directly for my general, so I'll have him move up here and have him inspire the men as need be. I would love if they just skip him. I want to have him here and they just skip him and they just charge into the shallows, but that might not be... He will be needed, I think, to do the final push, to just charge in and then start really racking up experience for himself and make himself a really experienced and powerful general. So I'm actually going to move an archer unit up here, give himself a good firing position. This one unit will be behind the battle line, and this unit is right there, and that's my more experienced. Well, it's only one chevron, but it's more experienced. So this is good enough for now, and now these two shall enter spear wall and prepare themselves. It is slightly... You can say it is a really easy / noobish tactic that I'm doing, just moving across and doing it, but in every battle you need to make sure you are aware of your surroundings, and in most battles it is environment based how battles are won. So what I want to definitely do is, actually I'm going to bring them out of spear wall, and I have an issue with the fact that, of course, their archers are deployed up front, so, and they have a bow samurai unit right here, so they will be a big problem, even although I can... Right, I'm going to enter into loose formation for all my archer units. I want to spread out these Ashigaru as well, but they're so close together they'll still get killed. Yeah, so I'll enter them back up into close formation. I will probably launch a strike from the woods if I can, just to try and, well, unless they're archer. I'm stumbling on myself now, but I know this is a good plan because it'll just force the enemy forward. So yeah, my archers will open fire. I'll have them direct fire onto their bow samurai unit. While they're... See, now we're going to take very bad losses with our Ashigaru here. So it's probably not the best idea to have them here. Yeah, they're massacring us out here. I'll need to force the enemy forward, so what I'll do is I'll move everyone back.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shame for this play!
Just to bait the enemy forward, and yes, I sacrificed my Yari unit, and then my one good unit decided to run off as well. But I'll force the enemy forward. And then I'll launch the pincer movement. So I'll have this unit. Right, and then I'll rush forward and then go into Yari wall. Right, let's do this. Alright. Right. Now we can spring the trap, while my general, I need to rally these guys.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
And I will inspire this unit. Come on, General, I need you here. I'll inspire that Yari unit. I want to keep them I want to keep them in the fight. My Katana unit is doing reasonably well, but they are taking quite bad losses.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shame for this play!
Right, our Yari wall is holding, so hopefully we'll be able to break these guys. I just want my Katana unit to finish these guys. Alright, good, we've broken them here. I'll launch with my small unit of what's left. We'll attack this Bo Ashigaru unit and then we'll just hold the line here. And boom! 28 men.
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be
It was
yours.
not the best handled battle, But it was, and definitely we took some pretty bad losses, but I must say we still emerged victorious. I am definitely going to continue, and there's going to be some killing here. Some revenge is taking place here for sure. Turning them off fire at will, put them on sword. My general can get out there and start killing motherfuckers. Oh, no, no, no. Alright, sorry guys if you are not a big fan of watching the routing going on, and it's just a bit of a long process, but I want you feel my passion and pretty much my overwhelming happiness of the fact that we managed to come out on top. You know, it was great. I'm really happy that we managed to do this. And now my general is just amongst the enemy, really giving it to him. Well, I'll have my samurai come up here, just go up to the top of the hill and relax for a bit. But I want these guys after the retainers, big time. So, even although probably the whole retainer unit...
The men are fatigued, my lord!
Oh, too bad. I don't care about them being tired. I care about them killing these guys. And I was wondering where their bow samurai unit is, even although it's been pretty much annihilated, so... And they will get off the field before I get to them, so I'll just continue running after these guys. Phew! Talk about a bit of a close one, guys, but I think we did quite well. We used the terrain to our advantage and everything. Just, of course, you can tell my questionable... It's definitely not even questionable. I kind of had a brain fart moment, and I just didn't pull my Ashigaru back far enough, which I should have done. And then just had my... Ooh, pardon me. And then just had my... Oh, sorry, guys. Just a moment. Yep. Sorry guys, this happens. Alright then, so we came out on top. We did suffer pretty bad losses. We lost a unit of Yari Ashigaru, but we did very well. We'll finish them off when the turn ends. The Ouchi have just taken Higo, so basically the Sagara are finished. And what I'll do now is just keep my daimyo where he is. Excellent, we did wave the bow. So I'll switch over to strategy of defense. Yes, I'm sticking with my... I'll go to heaven and earth as well, so I get ammunition for my things, my archers. So we are definitely focusing mainly on our military, or well, exclusively our military. So now the Ouchi have just swooped in out of nowhere and wiped out the Otomo. That's an incredible show of what the hell just happened. So this is their main army. Of course, they picked up a couple of bows from Buzen because they have the better accuracy. But it's the same thing, just a big spam. So I'll just have my ninja roam around, and I will attack Higo when these guys go shove off, so I can just hold it against this army. So what I am going to do is I'm going to finish the assault here. I do not want to combine these units or anything. I want to keep them. So what I will do is I'll just attack, and I'll have my daimyo ride around the back and climb up and from the short end of the wall and just attack, while my archers take care of these guys. Yeah, I can also resolve, but I assure you I'll lose probably like half my army in the process, and I need to keep as many men as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to assault, and I'll just have my daimyo get up in there and just kill them all, and then I'll have a regiment, and then I'll have my samurai come up and join in and take care of these guys. And I guess we couldn't have taken a province any sooner because we were starting to even lose money now, which is kind of funny because I lost men in the field, so that's fewer people to pay money to. I don't know, so we'll just keep it up, we'll just keep up the momentum here. So kind of a little bit of a semi-Pyrrhic victory, I have to say, because we did take a lot of losses, but it was kind of necessary just to lure these Sagara into a false sense of security that that's my only assault force. And now that the Aochi have just come in, I need to organize an offensive against them, but I'll just stick to myself for now after taking this place and waiting for their main force to head away from Higo. Then I'll launch an attack on it and I can hold the fortress against them. So I'll start my deployment. I'll have my general, as I said, deploy on a different area of the map and have him move up on a short section of the wall. I'll have him, of course, get off his horses and go up a really small section like here, so I'll lose maybe 2 or 3, and the rest of my army, I'll just have them here because it's all a short section, and I'll just have my archers up front. So loose formation, the rest of my men behind, and we'll follow closely after that. So let's bring my archers up first, and we can start dealing with things. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my archers up here. They are beginning to move, so instead I will just run. I don't want to move any of my infantry yet, just I can suffer some losses to my bows because they're in loose and they can just bombard the enemy, while my general now just comes in from the back and we'll go up the short section as I've said, and we'll take him from behind. So I'll just move up here and then dismount. Right, they just begun to open fire on us. Right, so let's exchange fire. Yeah, actually it was a bit of a silly idea to move up this small unit up, but it... Right, dismount.
Our men are running from the battlefield.
Right. Get up there. I'll exchange fire with these guys just for the sake of thinking, the enemy thinking that's what we're going to be doing. My morale is just in the pits because now even though we're overwhelming them with our archer fire, they are still whatever. So let's just get up these walls, get up them quickly, and start killing these guys. Alright, so I knew I'd lose 2. I'm probably going to lose 4 climbing up these things. No, excellent. I've lost 2, so my calculations were quite correct. So let's launch the attack on these guys now, and let's get a move on. So I only lost 2. That's more than acceptable for wall losses. And we'll just continue having our bow exchange. We might have lost an entire unit of archers, but that's okay. That's something I can easily work on. And then we'll just... These guys, there's a lot of them, so they won't... nothing will happen. I'll wait till we're close to attacking, really close to them, and then I'll pull my archers back. Alright, that's enough. Alright, my son, no, he's not in grave danger, he can easily take these guys, so let me even rally and inspire myself to make me unstoppable. Boom! Now we've just turned into juggernauts, and this is a good thing as well. I want my general to be a bit close to the action, so he can get, you know, really put up his experience. Even though this is a very easy fight, look at him. See, this is what I'm talking about. He's right up the stairs. This is what I'm talking about. A general you can follow. Oh, this is great. Only in Shogun 2, all this blood and guts gushing everywhere. Right, we seem to be reaching a little bit of a... Okay, good. Okay, they got a bit lucky there and killed a bodyguard. Oh, now it's kind of a lull, so we're starting to take a couple losses now. Let me pull back a little, and then we'll face them out on a little bit of more open ground. Make it easier for us to kill them. Whoa! Bo Ashigaru, what are you doing? Boom! There we go. There we go. Now that was fun. I like that. May not have been the most recommended thing that people would have liked to have seen, but it's fine. That was really fun. It's great to see your general in action. And to be honest, I'm a little surprised that they started taking, like, 5 guys were just killed, and these guys are Hatamoto, so I don't really understand why they started getting killed off by simple bowmen, but I guess that's what happens when you're in a bit of a bottleneck yourself, just charging up the stairs, and they have the higher ground and all that, so that's something I kind of didn't bother. But that's okay, we still kept that unit that ran off, so that's good. We now have it. Our good man has leveled up now, so let us prepare ourselves. Oh, sword infantry. It's not very good retainers at all, actually. They're pretty crap because I don't have any sword infantry. And I don't, well, I mean, I'm not going to have a lot of katanas or anything like that, so I guess I'm going to have to go with him not being assassinated. And then strategist and warrior, because I want him to survive a little longer. It's a bit sad, but I'm going to pull away from here because these guys are still here and I don't have the sufficient strength to fight them. So I'm going to pull back to the safety of my home province here with my good units, and I'll just hold the line here. Yep. Ooh, well, I'll just assassinate someone. Let's do it. Didn't work out. That's pretty stupid. The next move, what I will do is right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the taxes up to very high for a turn, get some money in my coffers, and see what happens. Hopefully this army shoves off, and then I can attack, so. Alright, we are at war with these guys instead, so let us meet them. Yep, just as I suspected. And we don't have the sufficient numbers to defeat them because they just have bow samurai, so they'll take care of us. So I'll just auto-resolve Yeah, I know about the That's fine. Let's go back to normal. And I'll enter into oh, I'm still at war with these guys. Okay, I was hoping they wouldn't be so angry with us, so we can have some sort of dialogue with them. Whatever, I guess we'll... Right, so they are trying to... Let me assassinate their general. Boom! That's what I'm talking about, which is a massive morale penalty against them. So that's a really useful... That's really useful. Okay, so I'm thinking, do I retreat to the fortress and hold the fort? Because I know meeting these guys on the field is going to be kind of disastrous because they have 5 units of bow samurai and I have no cavalry to counter them. So it may be best to launch a ambush, but I got nowhere to surprise them from except here. I'll do that. I'll move back and I'll let them be surprised. No, I'll move back to the fortress and let them attack me from there, and I'll just keep sabotaging them all the way, while my son can move back to Hyuga, and I'll start stockpiling some troops. Two more turns, we have strategy of defense, I'll just help a little. Alright. Very close to leveling up my ninja again, that's going to be really great. I would hope if we don't have to fight these guys, that would be helpful. No? Alright, then, never mind. I do not wish to listen to you. Let me see my daimyo's honor as well. Cool. Alright then. So let us prepare ourselves some more. Well, the campaign has taken a slight turn for the holy shit, but we'll do our best. We're able to do quite a lot out in the field with my ninja. We'll hold the line as best we can. I'm a little angry with the fact that we have to deal with what's left of this Satomi. I'm going to do military focus. So it's quite annoying that we need to retake this bloody province again. So what I'm going to do is just amass another army again. I'll try and sabotage this army. I cannot sabotage it. So what I'll do is I'll mess with these guys again. I can assassinate some people. Let's try the air. Got him, leveled him up. My ninja is on fire. Critical success, big time, need it. What I'll do is I'll stockpile points so I can put them all into Notorious Killer. The 4-star, so sabotaging buildings, spy networks, movement range. Right, okay. Well, maybe it would be better to put one into each here. No, I'm going to save his points. Alright. Who's the daimyo here? Here he is. 2 Yari, 1, 2, 3, 4 bow. Okay. Slight predicament, but let's just... We'll just hole up and prepare ourselves. I'm going to up the taxes again. I'm just going to have to keep going back and forth with this, so... the Sagara will surely launch an assault on Hyuga, and to be honest, if I had some more bows and things like that, that would be really useful, but I don't believe we have it, so. Alright, great, then we'll do Heaven and Earth now, so that will give us more ammunition and better replenishment, so that'll be helpful. I'm going to reduce the taxes. Yep, I need another bow unit, and then I'm gonna have a yard unit here. I'm gonna make another bow unit here, so we can meet these guys when they lay siege. I do not have enough money for anything. Oh, well, I can't have enough to sabotage something. Can I sabotage this army for fun? No. Alright, well, maybe I can sabotage. Yeah, fuck it. There we go, that's just helpful. Gives him more grief, gives him more experience. Right. Looks like we need these Yari Ashigaru more than my son does, so let us try and get into the town. Excellent. So we definitely have quite a strong force here now. Once this army is defeated against our walls, we can move out and counterattack and conquer Higo, and then start moving against the Ouchi. While my son needs to start really trying to scrounge up more men and and we can try and do something against this particular threat. This is a bit of a problem because of the ability of the Sagara to meet me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end here. We have our two fronts to defend. I'll defend Hyuga as best I can. I have both generals here, so they're going to prove really useful, especially Tomokata at some point, because I'll use him to do flank assaults, while of course I'll have Yoshihisa command the castle. And I'll just have whatever men I have, I'll have them to defend the keep, while here on this side I have my daimyo with a nice good force to hold against the forces of the Ouchi, which we've done really well. We killed their general, so they won't have a strong presence for morale on the field, and we can easily beat them all back because of their Yari. They only have a Yari Ashigaru spam really, while their bows, I'll have to take care of them in some way. I'll probably have to try and get my Yari Samurai out of the gates or something, and then fast assault, and then rapid advance into them. And I'll have also my daimyo ride out and take care of them as best I can, while my retainers and my Yari Ashigaru just have spear wall everywhere, and we just hold our ground. So I will end here. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Alright, cheers everyone.